And then Dwight was a totally different story. You know, we never actually were searching for that role among non-professional actors. We always thought that the requirements of the role were going to be too difficult for someone who didn't have any experience to play it. But Dwight had a bakery right across the street from where our casting office is, so we would go there in the morning and get donuts, and we'd go there lunch, get smothered pork chops, and he was sort of always hold court at the bakery, and he was this incredibly magnetic figure in the community. And you know, we tried a couple actors with her, and it wasn't quite working, and this was the only audition that I ever saw where he just came in in a lark one day and kind of told the story of creating his bakery, and I was always really inspired by his mentality towards creating his business, and his, you know, and the way that he spoke was something that I'd kind of had in mind just as I was writing the character. And eventually we just decided, you know, let's give Dwight a shot. You know, like maybe he can somehow pull this off. And as soon as he came in, especially when he acted with her, the whole film started to open up, because he just had this similar quality to her of just being fearless and being so strong and also so sweet. And when we saw that mix, they really felt like father and daughter, and we kind of saw the story take off with the two of them. It started off as this story that I wanted to tell about holdouts, you know, about people holding onto their land and holding onto their homes and refusing to leave. And what I was doing was driving to the end of every road in Louisiana out into the marsh and finding like the last town that existed before the land falls off into the water. And I found this place called Ile de Jean Charles that sort of became the heart of the film. And then at the same time, I was working on Lucy's plays and stories as a completely separate movie. But I realized that there was this emotional connection between a community losing its place and a little girl losing her father that kind of unlocked the film. And the play was almost the key to kind of find the characters and the voice of the story and how it should be told. And so when those two streams intersected, it kind of exploded, and that's where the whole thing started to exist. It's not a club, it's more of a concept and an approach to making films. And you know, it's the idea of trying to make the actual production of the film match the story of the film, and to try to do the things that the characters do in the film. And so, you know, we try not to fake things. We try to build real boats and sail them into the deep swamp and shoot on the locations that the film is about, and always try to live the adventure of the movie as we're making it. And you know, and the same time, and it's also, you know, we want the stories to emerge organically and in collaboration with the community that we're working in, and allow everybody who touches the film to have a lot of agency and sort of bring their spirit and personality to the screen. So it's just kind of a evening out of what you would sort of, you know as the normal film hierarchy, and a kind of openness to getting lots of different people's creativity on screen, and you know, and that the making of a film should be an adventure as much. You know, the stories are these adventure stories, and the making of the film should be the same way. And trying to tell really big stories built out of really small parts and sew them together by hand.